My dear children, in previous class we had discussed about some part of the solar system. Today we would like to discuss about the solar system and the rest of the lesson. My dear children, we came to know that the earth doesn't have light and heat. But where the light and heat came from? Obviously, the sun, it gives the light and heat to the earth. My dear children, the sun is very close to the earth. So, the sun is the closest star to the earth. So, the earth receives light and heat from the sun. Not only the earth, the rest of the 7 other planets also receives light and heat from the sun. The earth and rest of the 7 other planets and the celestial bodies like satellites, meteoroids, asteroids together is in the solar system. So we often call this entire these celestial bodies and planets all together we called as a solar family. As you know, sun is its head, so we call this one as a solar system. My dear children, let us discuss about the sun. Children, the sun is in the center of the solar system. It is a huge body filled up with so much of gases, hot gases. Children, the sun provides a pulling force to bind the entire solar system. My dear children, each member in the solar system revolves around the sun. Remind you children, the sun is having huge amount of temperature. The core of the sun having 1 lakh degrees Celsius, whereas the surface of the sun having 6000 degrees Celsius. So, planets like Earth receives somehow heat and light from the sun because we are somehow very close to sun. We are 150 million kilometers away from the sun. Whereas rest of the celestial bodies, rest of the planets, yes, they do receive the light and heat from the sun, but they won't get the heat and light like Earth because the rest of the celestial bodies and planets far. My dear children, let us discuss about planets. There are 8 planets in our solar system. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, Neptune. Out of these 8 planets, 4 planets are called as inner planets. Why these called as inner planets means these 8 planets in solar system. Out of 8 planets, there are 4 planets are called as inner planets. Those are all Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. These 4 planets are having solid rocks and these are all close to the sun. And whereas rest of the 4 planets like Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, Neptune, these 4 planets are called as outer planets. These outer planets are having gases. These are not having solid surface. No, these are called as outer planets. Remind you children, these 8 planets are revolving around the sun in one path, elongated path. These 8 planets are revolving around the sun. These 8 planets are going around the sun in one elongated path. This is called as a orbit. As I told you, 4 are inner planets, 4 outer planets. 4 inner planets are having comparatively smaller planets than the rest of the planet. All these 4 planets are having solid components like rocks. And whereas outer planets like Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus, Neptune, these four planets are having liquids and gases. As we know, there are 8 planets in solar system. Out of these 8 planets, small planet is Mercury, which is very close to the sun. Whereas the biggest planet in solar system is obviously Jupiter. Children, second planet from the sun to the last planet, the second planet is Venus. Venus is known as a sister to the Earth. Why means Venus is a similar size to the Earth. That's why Venus is called as a sister to Earth. And Mars is one of the planets, that is fourth planet in order from the sun. So Mars is look like Earth atmosphere and Earth qualities. So Mars and Earth is having some similar qualities, and in size wise Earth and Venus is same. So Venus is called as a sister to Earth, and Mars is a planet for mankind to live another destination in solar system, because in Mars similar type of atmospheric conditions are there like Earth. The biggest planet is Jupiter. As I told you, this Jupiter is in outer planets. This Jupiter is full of having gases. This Jupiter is full of having gases. Children, I would like to ask one question here right now. That is, which is the hottest planet in solar system? So, if you know the answer, write down below, in comment. My dear children, let us discuss about our home planet, that is Earth. Children, Earth is, in order to in solar system, in order from the sun, Earth is in third position. But in size wise, Earth is fifth biggest planet in solar system. Earth is fifth biggest planet in the solar system. Get it back what I said. Which is the biggest planet? Jupiter. Which is the smallest planet? Mercury, which is the first planet from the sun. And which is the fifth biggest planet? That is Earth. Children, Earth, is in different shape. In poles, Earth somehow flattered way, but whereas in the middle it is in bulges way. Earth is slightly flattened at poles and bulges in middle. Earth is slightly flattened at poles and bulges in middle. That's why the Earth shape is known as a geode. What it is called? Geode. Geode means Earth like a shape. What it is? Earth like a shape. Earth is having only one natural satellite, that is Moon. Children, if you see the Earth far away from it, it look like a blue planet. It look like a blue, body. Why? 2/3 of the Earth is filled up with water. 2/3 of the Earth is having water. That's why it is having blue color. That's why it is called as a blue planet.